at all intentional. Maybe they'll let us go there, but there are a lot of...
CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making...
On the way home, I got hungry, and I ate it.
We're Americans, and we don't like competition, okay? I'm eating, and I'm reading a book, and that's when you just comes up.
Did you seriously think you could somehow change the world from here?
Yeah, sort of at first.
And how do you feel about it now?
I'm not blazing with satisfaction or anything. But the truth is, it all ended for me the instant I shared my memories with you. At that point, my work was done. I figured you'd probably be able to run with it from there.
You're a hell of a liar, kid. I clearly recall you didn't want me involved.
I'm sorry, but the minute you share and synchronize all your information, you lose your uniqueness and become absorbed into the unconscious maliciousness of a third party that has no motive. Or perhaps into the will of someone who does have one.
Are those your words based on what you've gained from hard-earned experience?
Yes, and the fact is, you yourself play the role of the laughing man copycat as well.
Well, I have to admit it was a fascinating phenomenon. At any rate, what was your underlying reason for triggering such a huge event in the first place?
To you, everything that's happening in the world appears phony to be something other than what it is, right?
Is that TV sound, Jim?
Yes. When it comes to cyberization, I'm pretty much the shining example of a poster boy. So you'd think at the very least I would have felt terrified at the thought of contracting cyberbrain sclerosis. I'll tell you, it was a simple piece of mail I stumbled across the net that began this whole thing. What I found was a blackmail document that had probably been sent to Serrano Genomics. It was armed with a thesis that was a comparative study of the inadequacy of Serrano micromachines versus the effectiveness of the Pervs vaccine.
Then the original lagging man was the person who offered it.
You could put it like that, I suppose. I am the machine that reveals the world to you as only I alone am able to see it.
Ziga Vertov. He was a Russian filmmaker, wasn't he?
Yes. I was kidding myself by thinking it was my personal mission to prove and circulate that information, vital data I alone could happen upon.
Failing spectacularly, the pure innocent mediator grew dejected at the base nature of the social system and he turned abused.
Yes. It was because of that I became a vanishing mediator. Just like an author whose existence is emphasized with the fact that he rarely puts out any new works for publication. In other words, by disappearing, it acts as a dynamism of the social system. Per sociological theory, it ultimately vanishes, leaving no trace of its presence inside or outside the system.
Frederick Jameson, I believe.
Yes. And no. Masachi Osawa, too. Even though I was familiar with the words, I didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. Who knew that copies could still be produced despite the absence of an original? If you had to give a name to this phenomenon, what would you label it?
It would be standalone complex.
Yes, it's the standalone complex. From the start, the very nature of our current social system has contained mechanisms to trigger such an amazing occurrence. Personally, however, I feel this marks the beginning of a new era of despair. What's your opinion?
I don't know. It's impossible for me to say. Although I have found one thing capable of restoring your individuality after all your information has been synchronized.
Oh, really? And what's that?
Everyday human curiosity.
You're right. You know, that's something that never occurred to me. I think my brain has already started to harden.
Welcome everybody to another Crackpot Conspiracies. I don't know who this weirdo is. I just found this on the internet somehow, and I don't know what he's doing. That's fucking what? Goddamn weirdos on the internet. I hope everybody's having a good day, and we'll get into saying hello to everybody. And we have a lot of insanity to show all of you, for sure. Ouch. Every time I see myself doing these things, I still think it, like... Feels like only yesterday I was doing this. Oh shit. God damn it, it was. And so if you don't know, those are small animal traps for like raccoons and beavers, marmots, weasels, things like that. Rabbits. Such a dork. I should have taken the 5 seconds to put on the other pan, but of course. So that's 30 pounds of weights hanging from my body at that point. I need to make more broken glass. That's why I don't do this act anymore. I haven't recently. It's because I just need to make more of it. Okay, watch this. I'm sure most of you have seen this already, but... All right. I'll not bore y'all anymore with that. To me, it's interesting, but I'm sure, I don't know. I feel like it gets boring to everybody else. So let's do this disclaimer. We're going to have to do a fair use disclaimer in the near future as well, because YouTube keeps demonetizing all of my shit, and then the weird copyright, I didn't get copyright claimed from the religious group and or Kent Hovid of the Ark or the whoever of the Ark museum, but they made it so that it was not seeable, so I had to delete last Monday's stream, or this Monday, whatever one that just happened, I believe. So anyways, let's blow on with this, and then we're gonna have to break up like more content a little bit more when we go over documentaries, I guess. We'll see. And how I feel about that is... You dumbass! Exactly.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars. Yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second. Are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead.
You're stupid.
Yeah.
You dumbass!
All right, folks, here we go. Let's bring in our co-host and one of the reasons why this channel runs semi-smoothly, even though just, 3 minutes ago? Well, at the beginning, 3 minutes before the start of this, I didn't press the go live button and I was playing. Never mind. I'm an idiot. So here we go.
But some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there is
even an excavator cannot just level a whole mountain, dude.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a whole team, and that's why we have the stream pervs, and there's the mangoes involved, and the mamas, and
yeah, but like this stream will never be smooth. Like I can work as hard as I want, but I can't make this go smooth.
Yeah,
like when I'm not doing the intros, look what happened.
Hey, it went smooth as soon as I hit the right button. But anyways, let's bring in the rest of our guests. If there's anybody out there that wants a link, go ahead and ask for it, or Brainless, if you want, go ahead and put it in the fucking side chat. I don't care, because we're not going to let you in
if you Discord.
Sure, but if you join us under some weird thing, we're not going to let you in. Although we might for a second, but you might get kicked pretty quick if you are trolling us, which I don't think that's gonna fucking happen at this point. I'm a no-name person on the fucking YouTubes, and we have barely any things. We haven't been trolled, and we haven't had any of the sex bots, the porn bots in our chat in a long time. So anyways, let's go on with our guests. I think they did. They somehow figured out. I think YouTube figured out a way to get rid of those really fucking fast. So we haven't had those in like a year and a half or something like that. Anyways,
they also used to come when we did more adult content.
Yeah, when we were doing the dungeon stuff and the BDSM. And when we were doing more of that,
and the toys and stuff, that kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
and
I miss those days.
Well, yeah, in the near future, we're going to be doing something close to that again, or we're going to be doing stuff and things where it's more talking about kink, safe play, all the stuff that we were doing. I'm going to say this really fast, and then we'll bring in everybody. I just 10 years ago, there was a kink shoot that I did, and I reposted on Facebook, and I said, hey, does anybody want to do some content with me? And I have a handful of people that hit me up, and so I will be doing a bunch of adult content again. So if I'm doing that, I'll be we'll be sharing where those links are, and we'll go ahead and start talking more about safe play, lubrications.
Maybe you need one of those tree link thingies, so you will not be posting links to adult content on YouTube.
No, it won't be here. It'll be in the Discord, so you just find and stuff and things, and we'll go from there. But we'll see where we're going, because I have to find out the adult content I'm gonna do with people first before. I do have this lovely lady who said they want to do fire stuff with me in one of the dungeons around where she lives. So I'm contacting them, and I may. Never mind. I will let everybody know when we know. So let's bring in the rest of our guests. So we have, of course, the.
War never changes. And we are the Galactic Penguin Federation, NASA's enforcers. We rain fire on our enemies and fight hand to hand across the galaxy. We are ever seen, yet we are never seen in our fight for liberty. We will kick down any door and fight any secret societies.
I knew it. She's a lizard person.
My name, Commander 401. And this is how we handle our problems.
You gotta step up and beat that bully with a stick.
Hail NASA. Right? Isn't that what we say? Anyways, welcome everybody. Unmute. I don't know why everybody's muting unless you all did that yourselves, which I'm guessing is.
They probably all did that themselves. I don't know.
Okay.
Hello.
It seemed conspiratorial. It was the goddamn. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna even pretend that we're gonna start going because we have so much stupid to go over today. It's fucking insane. So how are you doing, dog?
I'm good. I'd like to thank you guys, to be fair. Being a self-proclaimed stupid myself, and that goes back to there is smooth in the in this show, and it's probably a lot of our brains that's quite smooth, I would have thought. But that dog thing for me is quite good. I actually, because I point west all the time in America and laugh at the idiot you got over there. I know we've got me. But the thing is, you know, I'd have thought you'd have picked a video of a dog licking its bollocks or a dog with worms scooching its arse along some grass or something.
Oh, well,
So
thank you for giving us an idea that now that's going to try. No, we're going to keep that because that's fucking amazing. And actually, I want to give I believe Brainless is the one who came up with that, correct?
Yeah. I got it from a longer compilation of cool doggy videos.
Yeah. So anyways,
it's a hard choice.
Friend.
Yeah. So anyways, Commander, how are you doing? Because I see that you're unmuted.
All right. Had an annoying day today, but other than that, ready for laughing at stupids.
Good, because I have total insanity to be going over through once again a bunch of unknown conspiracy theories that most of you will not know about. And if you do, I'm sorry that you delved that far into the motherfucking the interwebs, because goddamn, I delve so far into these weird almost rabbit holes, but then I don't know. But anyways, Al, how are you doing? If you were able to,
I'm able to. I'm doing all right. Still suffering a little bit. It's been a rough day.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But
let's say
I'm gonna do my best to participate, and hopefully I'll have something.
Sure. And you can totally just chill and be quiet in the background and just listen and observe. That we're totally fine with that as well. So just chime in whenever you can or you feel comfortable, or it's not gonna hurt you too much doing that. But anyways, let's say hello to our Saitama chats, and we have our demons of the orbs.
Woohoo! Hello,
we got
Demon.
a Canadian Ollieman, but they've got to do some that stuff and things before a storm rolls through in the Canadias. We have a Tiny Captain, and they are going to go get in the next couple days. What are you going to be getting, Tiny?
It's gonna go from Norway to Canada.
Ferry. He's gonna pick up a ferry, and I wanted to say as a joke, but I instead of doing Indecima Chords, I wanted to do it here. As long as you ask the ferry's permission to pick her up and to take her to another place, then that's all good. Anyways, I'm such a dumbass. And of course, this is you dumbass. Exactly, you dumbass. Anyways, if you've never watched Milk Chan, y'all need to go and watch that. The American English, obviously, there's subtitles for it, but watch the American dubbed version. It's hilariously stupid. Let's see who else is here. We have a Liam is here as well. Jay Troy.
Hello.
A reader of pain.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, and the Bills of the Portleys.
Hello,
Awesome.
Bill.
If there's
Billy
anybody else
boy.
who has not said hello to us, go ahead and say hello to us. If you want to just lurk, we don't fucking mind it, lurkers, but it is more fun when you all participate with us in the side of my chats. Oh, Clockwork Rex. Sorry, there we go. Cannot log off. I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. Link is too. But anyways, everybody go to that later or check that out later. Let's see. Let's begin with some funny, and then we'll break it up with some funny because the insanity that I have for underground conspiracy theories that I found, like no name stuff that's not on TikTok, it's not popular. Like I found stupid shite, like I always do. So
is one of these conspiracies uncooked sprouts are going to evolve and take over the planet? Because I'd like to rest people's minds. They are not sprouts; they are flare brains.
No, but I have something close to that, and it gets about out there ish for that. So let's go ahead and do this first because we've watched this and it's amazing. And Chris Porter is an awesome comedian.
People think the Earth is flat again. How many science classes do you have to fail before that even comes into the realm of possibility for your half incestual ass? Even the thought that Columbus thought the Earth was flat is incorrect. Columbus knew damn well the Earth was round. The Vikings had been over here 100 years earlier, and they came back and told everybody, man, we just killed a bunch of people by going achoo.
Correct.
Do you really?
What?
No, Vikings have been to America before Columbus.
There is proof that there may have been a handful of people that have gone around.
That was made. That was made up by white
supremacists. You're right. Because they said it
Make
was
the
in the
history
middle
more
of America.
white.
Well, the reason why they did that was because they said it was in the middle of America. Have people been to the outer coasts of that? Yes, totally. But there was not a fucking there wasn't a civilization of Vikings in Michigan that was there for 1,000 years before Columbus or whatever the fuck. We do have proofs that there were cultures that kind of got to us, got to the Americas, but they just didn't know exactly what it was. And anyways, it's a little bit different.
When the Vikings landed, did they say, we made it to America? Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they totally did.
No,
they
not
totally
really.
did. They went, America, fuck yeah, let's kill all the Native Americans. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways,
that was atrocious what happened.
Very, very. And anyways, let's blow on with just this funness until we get into I'm sorry y'all are gonna have to deal with what I have found for you all.
You think the Queen of Spain is gonna give her 3 best ships to some lunatic to fucking sail off the edge of the planet? They knew. Have you never seen a picture of Earth from space? What do you think? We got the perfect angle every fucking time?
Exactly.
Have you never seen a lunar eclipse? Has it ever just been a line across the moon? Have you ever talked to a sailor that...
It's so funny that, like, this comedian literally disproves the flat Earth just with these jokes that he is saying. It's fucking hilarious how easy it is to disprove the fucking flat Earth.
Why would they even fake it in the first place?
That doesn't make any sense, especially since they're like a gazillion and a half fucking governments. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Why wouldn't one of them, if they wanted to overtake the Earth, expose the extra? So part of the flat Earth thing for a lot of them, especially like the very, very religious ones, they think that they're hiding extra land outside of the ice wall, right? To hide minerals and resources. Why would some country like China, Russia, not divulge that information so that they could be the superpower that they take over all of the other? Like, we war over tiny little islands and shit here. Why would they not go to war against the extra continents or the extra land masses throughout? Like, you know that Putin would have fucking done that by now. Been like,
there is no force on Earth that can get through the impenetrable barrier of technically advanced penguins.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. That's the protectors of all of the stuffs, and you're right. But anyways,
what does it matter whether the air's flat or not anyway? What difference would it make if it was flat or round? Because at the end of the day, Generaldo Trump is still leading the polls and will still have all his money on your currency. Probably yours as well, knowing him. Fucker.
Yeah, no, well, he has his hands in a lot of cookie jars for sure. But anyways, yeah, exactly. And that's what's so funny about these flat earthers. They're like, y'all are globalists, and not in that globalist way. You're globe tards, right?
Tards, they call us.
Yeah, sure. And it's like, no, we don't run around going, the globe's real. No, it's you idiots are the one that are running around saying the Earth's flat is real. You know,
there is one line that will be said when Operator Starsky finally meets Marjorie Taylor Greene and she screams globalist. He will say, do you know how many times flat earthers have called us that?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's fucking hilarious. Anyways, let's blow on with this because this is the most fun part of this segment. And again, you're welcome, everybody. Before we get into the not fun.
Across the Atlantic. Has he ever told you about the big flip? No. Aye, 3 days into the journey, we all go, wee!
And they be upside down, says me.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're all kinds of smart now.
But they're not.
You're not. No one is. That's impossible. You can't be all kinds of smart. You're one kind of smart, two at best.
Exactly, Emily. Yeah. You special people go to learned specific things like an entomologist, this and that, or it's you are a specific area in a field, and then other people around you are other types of other parts of the fields that they're experts in, and you all put your knowledge together to make stuff, right?
There's so much that you don't know that you don't know.
Exactly, Timely. And so that's the thing that these idiots that are the conspiracy theorists that are like, I know everything about everything because I can think. And you're like, yeah, well, that's not how the world works, you dumbass. You know why you use a tape measure? Yeah, well, you know why you use a tape measure? Because your punk ass can't fucking accurately eyeball anything. That's not how their fucking mind, your eyes, and your body senses work. We're not supposed to be able to accurately size up things. That's why a lot of men say that they have an 8-inch penis when it's really 4. Because
there's a sexy skits in the site in the chat.
You missed the zero there.
And really quick before I do this is that's why we have like accurate measuring systems, and we have all these things that do things on this like microscopic level, like a microscope and other things like that, because of our senses cannot see and understand those things properly enough to be able to be accurate. That's why we have the instruments. So here we go. Let's go right quick.
They take spirit levels on aircraft. They are so dumb. You can take them up to space in a glass spaceship, and they would still say your spaceship is made from GoPro lenses.
Yeah, well, you could take one into space, and they're gonna claim that you gave them hallucinogens, and they somehow saw that, and it wasn't really a thing or something. And they're always gonna scapegoat out the motherfucking shit. But anyways, here is our channel sponsors commercial. Thank you, Skits, for being amazing. You're awesome. Thank you for being here.
Love you.
Hey
Sexy
Jasper.
motherfucker. Hey Jasper.
If there's anybody else that we did not say hello to and you would like us to say hi to you, just go ahead and post something in the side of my chats, and I will get to it as soon as I can. You see a dominatrix who makes you 3 kinds of smart in 5 different places. You mean she smacks you around so much you're in 3 places while you're... Never mind. We'll talk about it later there, Liam. Let's keep blowing on with it.
98% of the people in this room have an area of expertise, an area of life where you know as much, if not more, than anybody else in this room. And it could be anything. A computer system at your work, landscaping, beautician, doctor, lawyer, whatever the fuck it is. 98% of us have an area of expertise. 2% of us don't. 2% of us are complete dumb shits. And that's fine. We have to keep Buffalo Wild Wings staffed.
Well, yeah, that like
you ever
stuff
been
like
to a
that
B-Dubs? Why does that shit take an hour?
Hey, Captive Desk.
Hey, Captive
Welcome.
Desk. How you doing?
Are you blue, Captive Desk?
I don't know if he's blue. Is he blue?
Okay.
Captain
Just
Death
wanted to make
sometimes
sure.
Goes by Dave.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure that you were blue, because at this point in time you should be. So
Dave,
okay,
Dave shows up pretty reliably.
Yes, definitely. That's what I was saying. You should be blue.
Dave
at this
posts out
point.
some good content. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Dave's got some really cool stuff. If you're into the squatching, Dave's the guy to talk to.
I ought to check that out.
Oh yeah.
Everybody
spend
go
a bit
to
of time over on Dave's channel there, and he has some other cool conversations too. But they've got the good stuff about the squatches.
So yeah, definitely. So if you don't know, you can literally right click on anybody's name in the side chat and go to their channel. But Captive Desk, go ahead and post your channel link and or a video that you would like us all to go and watch later after this in the side chat, because definitely I love your content and it's awesome. And anybody else who is blue or anybody else who wants to promote a video or a channel or something, go ahead and do that.
I already did, because I'm a NASA shill and I'm a shill for myself too.
Okay, so let's get into this really quick, because we're gonna go into funny stuff kind of first before, like, I have some craziness. But anyways, this isn't really conspiracy, but you have to listen. Everybody has to listen to this.
All right.
For guys, I mean, I am pretty extreme and intense as a person, so I guess. And some guys get scared because they think I'm pranking them or something, and I'm like, no, I just want to suck your dick, and they're like, nope, you're not. You're nope. I'm like,
yeah, okay.
There's a conspiracy theory that the people who wrote the
So yeah, that is a thing. Anyway.
What the fuck? Where's she at? Where's she at? What's her number?
I think I saw somebody show that, like, in the last few days, and I'm like, what the? I don't think this is something that gets nosed like across the board, but I mean, like, let's face it, most non-crazy people, and I'm not saying any of those are here, are gonna hear somebody say that just randomly out to strangers, and they're gonna think their hinge isn't entirely screwed all the way in.
Correct.
Yeah, that's exactly,
because that's not what we do in our
I'll
society.
screw her a bit, but I'll screw her a bit better off. Never mind.
You're gonna put a few
Well,
in
you
there?
know how I like the crazies. So, anyways, let's go on with this right quick.
I'll screw her. What?
Simpsons are from the future because everything that they wrote that was so obscure at the time has somehow become true. They had a vision regarding these VR glasses. Take a look.
Okay, so we are not going to play the music for that, but yes. And of course, Candace Owens, like you have a team of
She's a
people that are
stupid
predicting.
bitch.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that
I
too.
remember her
But
now.
yes, Candace Owens, you have a team of writers that are predicting the future. They're going to get it right a handful of times, and they've been doing it for fucking like 50 years now or some bullshit. So of course,
Star
they're gonna
Trek
get
been
weird
doing that
things.
since the 70s.
Yeah,
And
exactly. And they're gonna
for-
get things.
And for those who don't know how much of a stupid bitch Candace Owens is, at the start of the war in Ukraine, she suggested that the United States invade Canada and Australia. And Mippet said
Yeah,
she
then-
can have Australia if she can find it on a map. And everyone laughed.
No, because then Britain
does not know where that
have to become
is.
involved. There'll just be another world war against America, which Trump will probably. He's tried to destabilize the Middle East. He destabilized Europe by pulling all them troops out of Germany, basically giving Putin a straight line to the Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
That's his. He's a. See, most people are remembered for being war, in charge. Most people in charge, prime ministers, presidents, wherever, kings, queens, a wartime time. They're all remembered. Thatcher, Churchill, and things like that. And that's all he wants. He just wants that fame. And sadly, I don't think he'll get it. But saying that, if America were to vote tomorrow, he would be in again. He's leading in the polls by a lot, especially in them swing states. Michigan hate Biden because it's a massive Asian
Well, we technically
population.
have we technically have 4 states where he cannot legally be voted in because of his crimes. So if we get yeah, you're right. Today, maybe he could win. But if we get a couple more states to make it illegal for you to vote for him, maybe we won't. But anyways, let's not fucking dwell on that.
Well,
Let's not hope too hard.
We don't need to be mired down in all the sadness.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to this fucking weird shit that everybody should listen to Tom Green when he talks about conspiracies. So here you go, everybody.
Isn't it fascinating though that nature figured out a way to stop everything from everything and just getting it pregnant? Isn't it like nature's like we got to have a system in here because
that's not how DNA works, you dumb cunt. Nature didn't do that on purpose. It did it in a certain way because that's how DNA works and that's how genetics works. You fucking cunt. Everything was fucking everything at one point in time.
Wait.
And I mean, it allowed him to exist, so it can't be like there's any design behind it.
Of course
I
there's
thought in
not.
the Bible that it says that Adam fucked everything in the garden first, and he didn't like the way any of it felt, and then so God pulled out his rib and made Eve with a nice dry kitty cat.
Sure.
Yeah, because you can't have what?
Is that not right?
To help him name animals, obviously.
Don't forget, Lilith came first and wouldn't subject herself to Adam.
Well, see, that was where she went wrong. If she'd come second, Adam might have.
And for those who don't know, Lilith, according to Jewish folklore, is the source of every wet dream. So you can thank her.
Is she that hot?
I think so. I don't know.
In my dream, she is. Hi, Mom.
Well, Eve's an obvious.
I have it on the
So
highest authority that she was very fair.
Anyways, yes, she was definitely
Lilith fair. Lilith fair.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody gets my humor.
Anyways, let's blow on with this a little bit more. I'm gonna speed it up one time, but listen.
That's
to this
just
bullshit.
that's untenable. That's going to lead to chaos.
Yeah.
Like if humans imagine,
Can you
if
imagine?
humans could get other things pregnant,
It is so good that they
everything
did.
would be a hybrid of a human. Like
That is-
everything.
yeah, like be a lobster human hybrid.
There'd be
Somebody
a
would do that. You know?
Island filled with turtle people.
People walking around with exoskeletons, going, "Hey, this ain't so bad."
You could
know?
be on.
Yeah, but that's why that's not a thing, because that's not how animals work, and nobody made
Right.
that, you weirdo.
No.
Like it wasn't designed that way, because you know that people fuck everything. We have cases recently where people go to jail for having sex with every fucking thing, even like
Let's put it this
dolls
way.
and
West
toys
Virginia.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
West
Mama.
There's West Virginia and all the
West
sex that happens in
Virginia. It's like West Virginia. It's like every year, the Democrats propose a law banning bestiality, and the Republicans vote against it.
Of course.
Well, yeah, but
they
But
say
if-
if gay marriage, then we're going to be having sex with animals next, because
But
we
if
dress
humans could breed with animals, there'd be a lot of sheep people walking around.
Like,
dude, there would be everything. There'd be
Dr.
every people. People would be
Yeah.
everything, literally. I mean,
Well, to be
okay,
fair,
honest-
humans
to be fair,
humans have bred successfully with cabbages. That's why we have Pervs.
exactly. So now that we did that, we've got to do this.
Oh, to be fair.
To
be fair. To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair. To be fair.
There we go.
Yeah, I need to stop saying
There we
that.
go.
Well, yeah,
This time it was.
To be fair.
you gotta get one run through per stream
Episode.
or
So here is where they say there is a hybrid chimp human.
Chimpanzee had very human-like features, and it lived with a family. I forget if it was a family of researchers. I forget the story, but they always.
Do they not realize that chimpanzees and humans share like 98% of the DNA?
Well, and
You've
not
never
just
seen
that, but-
BJ and the Bear?
Yeah,
Well, there-
I mean,
I remember
come
that.
on.
The thing about this was this
I'm glad
animal.
somebody does. It's always you, Glover Mama.
Of course, we know BJ and the Bear, but anyways, the trucker, never mind.
Yeah.
The TV show, right?
Yeah.
Anyways,
In the
so
70s, yeah.
because-
Two people get it.
because
Yeah.
just because this chimp had a skin disorder, it looked
Yeah.
a little weird because it
Right.
was in captivity.
Always end tragically because those
So,
things.
literally, like we don't even need to listen to this douche nozzle, but like if they show the chimp again, and then now they're saying that
Yeah, I often kind of have.
there supposedly is proof of this, but none of these look like human chimps.
Proof of
Literally,
what?
they're all just.
Like,
And
did a
every time,
chimpanzee was a
But like you say, it's
chimpanzee? Is
probably
that,
just missing some hair.
yeah, and they did try at one point. Sorry, there's probably not one. There's like 5 different examples that we have where people were trying to put human sperm into ovaries.
Yeah, the
of-
Soviets tried to do that.
Yeah, and then the
Mhm.
opposite as well. So there's been different times where people have tried to put these, and it doesn't work because that's not how DNA works. God didn't make that, or sure, maybe if there was, but that's how. Why would nature do that? Why would nature let you fuck everything and make a version
Right.
of that? That's not how DNA selection works, right?
That's
No.
how Pervs
So-
work,
Nature
no?
wants you to work for it. You know, like if you want a specific kind of breed, you got to work for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
But-
can you go ahead, Mama.
I was gonna say that ape, like we were saying, could be missing hair. What about people that have like that hair condition where their faces are covered in hair? Does that mean they
dog-
bred with an animal? No,
Yeah,
it's just they have
so-
an overabundance of hair on their faces.
Yeah, the Brazilian dog family, or
Yeah.
the
There's a family in
call them-
Mexico that has that.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that as the way that it was presented. I'm not calling
Right.
them dog people, but the facial hair they grow.
But
they
that's like where
went
the
on tour.
werewolves came from, or something like
Yeah,
that.
sure. Yeah, and they've proven that throughout history their DNA has caused them to get have
Mhm.
that. And then there's also alopecia, and the other version of
Yep.
that, which is
Yep.
a whitening of the skin and then darkening of the skin, and
The
then washing the
albinoism.
skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah. So once again, just because you see things that look like something doesn't mean that's actually a thing, and or you can't crossbreed. And then if you even do, like horses with donkeys make asses, right? And then they can't breed after that. And there's a handful of animals that can technically crossbreed, but there's
Ligers
no.
and Tyons, but the
See, and Harry brings up
offspring
a
are
good point.
usually
Oliver the
sterile.
human Z, who looked and acted a lot like human, but it was actually chimpanzee. There's documented cases of kids growing up with wolves, so they act like wolves. You know, I mean,
Yeah, and totally.
That's what happens with. That was how Rome was created, right? Like Romulus and Remus were raised. The twins were raised by wolves.
Yeah.
And there's no need to doubt that story.
And you know what?
Mark.
There's
What
a
the
statue of Romulus and Remus suckling on the teat of a wolf outside Athens, Georgia.
Well, that is fantastic. That is just Athens, eh?
Satanic statues, as Marjorie Taylor Greene calls them.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a Rome, New York? Like, couldn't they have put it up there?
Yeah, there is a Rome Georgia too.
Is there a Rome, Georgia? There probably is.
I think so.
I don't spend a lot of time in Georgia.
Humans
I've
look
been
a
there
little
a couple
different.
of times.
Okay, we're not
Sorry.
It's okay.
I clicked the wrong button. Okay, so we're gonna get into this for just a second, and then we'll get into other crazy stuff. We're gonna do a whole episode on gang stalking and targeted citizens, but just listen to this.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We've got a lot of us on the stream pervs have gone over this. My ex used to go over him a bunch, and I will be going over him a little bit more because we're going to do a whole episode of gang stalking and targeted citizens. But listen to this idiocracy, which is only a minute and 2 minutes long, and then we'll get into some other interesting stuff.
It's me, Mr. Targeted Citizen. For the unbelievers, I'm the biggest troll. Still always going to be trolls.
Why are you so important? You live in the middle of the woods. You're not even on the grid, and you think that everybody's like
You're only
spying on you
targeted
for
because
no
you
reason.
think you're targeted. That's the only reason why you think. Yeah.
Unfortunately, most of these people have a mental disorder.
Yeah, he's on the
and they
internet.
need, like, medications.
Probably has an Alexa as well.
But just listen to this idiocracy.
How do you know that drone's following you? How do you know that drone's following you? How do you know? Right there's one of them.
Because he's fucking paranoid, that's why.
I was gonna say it's called paranoia. Mm-hmm.
It's paranoid delusions that he's having, and unfortunately, he needs to go see a therapist and he needs to be on drugs. But listen to what he says, which doesn't make any sense. And this is what we're gonna go over when we go over the episode. And the main reason why I figure and I feel like it's okay to go over these this as an episode is to help with mental health, and we're gonna be pushing away people to getting in mental health, and or if they have family members that seem like they're going through things like this, how to get them help as well. And that's what I would like to go over is mental health care in the near future, because
good
as
idea.
I watch these videos, I'm just like, oh my Jeebus Christ, like unfortunately you're schizophrenic or you have paranoid delusions and or this. And
there's definitely mental health issues for sure.
And I have looked into a handful of these people, and they were on medication for certain things, and then now they're not, obviously. And it's like, fuck, dude. So we're going to be pushing mental health.
So that they literally stopped taking their medication, or they were taken off of it.
Yeah. Well, no, all of them stopped taking it, and then their paranoid delusions came back. They heard the voices, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. And
When I say taken off of it, sometimes people lose their insurance and they can't stay on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that may be
and
a
then
case.
Sometimes they reach the very special point where they say, I'm cured. I don't need it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
They stop
Yeah.
taking it and then relapse.
Yeah, because the medicine works. So they're like,
So,
hey, we don't need that no more.
So,
well, a lot of
that's-
schizophrenia can't be spotted in children.
God.
It's normally misdiagnosed as bipolar disorder or
Right.
something like that. And because most
Well,
brain
usually-
illnesses, they work on a spectrum. These
Well,
people
it
need
usually
to be
doesn't
grown
show
up
up.
before. Sorry?
Sure. It usually doesn't show up until later in life, like during puberty.
Yes.
But sure,
Yeah.
maybe there are cases for sure. Anyways, what I wanted to get into is the reason why this hits so much home for me is one of my best friends. One day we're like hanging out at my homie's pad, and my friend goes into his mom's bathroom and he opens up the fucking medicine cabinet and he's like, Slim, everybody get in here. And we're like, what? And we look and like she has like diazepam, blah, 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 all these fucking drugs, like antipsychotic and blah, all these fucking crazy things. And then his dad was in Vietnam and like he told us crazy stories about how he killed women and children and blah 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 because they told him to, and he ended up shooting his neighbor he found his neighbor inside of his double wide trailer and he chased him all the way to 4 trailers away and then shot him dead in his own trailer. So his dad was in prison for ever for doing that. And then like our homie like just started going insane and we had him on medications, we had him going to therapists. He disappeared for 3 months. And then one of our friends called us and was like, dude, you know Jason's living under a pier? And we're like, what? And so we fucking went down to Pier 13 and Jason's just has a little fucking encampment there. And so we pulled him out. We got him back on medication, blah, blah, blah. Couple months later, he fucking hung himself.
Wow.
So this mental stuff, and especially like I have chronic depression as well. But as long as I can keep convincing myself and doing all this stuff with you all, we're okay. But anyways,
you have coping mechanisms, which is good, right?
Well, and I have support and a blah 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 and yakety schmackety, even though I don't take the drugs, and or if I needed to get on stuff, I would. But anyways, this is why this hits so much home for me, is because I literally watch somebody go through being completely sane to going completely insane and doing everything that all of this stuff. He's like, they're watching me and like everything this dude is gonna say right now literally is what we heard Jason say.
Well, indoctrination, doesn't that also cause mental issues? This religious indoctrination. How many people have shot up schools and said the devil spoke to them?
I think you have mental issues before you're indoctrinated. I don't think indoctrination causes mental issues.
Can I speak
in my opinion.
on that? Born Jewish, became a Christian, fell really hard for it. Then also at a defense contractor, I had coworkers doing what my therapist said governments do when they want to break people. But everything that well, put it to you this way. I observed basically the people who control the churches genuinely don't want anyone who disagrees with them in regards to taxation or business regulations who be a Christian, because they want to scream at people and call people God. Well, anyway.
Yes.
I wound up having to remove Christianity from my life to keep myself sane. But some of the mental conditioning that I, picked up, it affects me. I actually have post-traumatic stress disorder from my coworkers as well as the religion. I'm sorry if I bugged too much.
No, totally. We're on the same page with you. And
Sorry, go ahead, Slim.
Me getting molested in Christian school was way more traumatic when you're growing up, when you're told that everybody's supposed to be holier than thou, and you and a handful of friends were taken advantage of. And Anyways, I'm not going to delve
It's a
into the
hate
whole
cult,
story about
basically
that.
guided by fear to ultimately have
But
control.
what I'm what I'm saying though is I think
Yeah.
people that are attracted to those things, and not knocking you, Commander, but I think already have mental health issues to begin with. So that's why they gravitate towards certain things. Does that make sense? Those things don't cause. I'm sorry. Those things don't cause the mental health issues. I think they're a symptom of the mental health issues.
Oh yeah, no, I
makes
get
sense.
that. My
Do
pin,
you understand what I'm
my
saying?
pin tweet,
Yeah.
my pin tweet
I think
says,
that's-
I've said it before. My pin tweet says, Christianity doesn't pray for the vulnerable; it preys on them.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, anyways,
That's the
let's
thing.
go on.
I cared about the least amongst us, and you have to have a double think in
Mhm.
that environment. You have to be able to hold two contradictory opinions, and
true.
Yeah.
And it's just a
Pardon me?
mental torture. I'm sorry if I bugged you.
Yeah. Anyway, no. You're fine. You're fine, everybody. But let's keep blowing on a little bit more with this, and then we're gonna get into something that, like, this is an insane, weird, crazy conspiracy. But
Right
here
there's
we
one of them.
go.
See there's rat drone there?
So listen to what he says.
See how bright that drone is? That's one of them.
No.
Oh my
You see the
God,
other
that's
really, really bright
that's
one?
a light.
But listen to what he says.
Right through the trees there. Let me see if I can get a shot of it. There's the other one. Right through there.
He's...
See it? See it? Yeah, that's the drone. Hold it. But yeah,
Oh, dear
right there's the
God.
one. That's the one that followed me all the way down the mountain. How do I know where it's
Except
going to be?
Oh my God,
It's
it's
always
a
in the same place.
star.
Yeah, there's only like two
Whoa!
over there.
Twinkle,
Thanks, that's right.
twinkle, little
And then-
star.
shit.
Look
Or
how
I don't know what it
stupid
is, but he says that every night it's always in the same spot.
The
But
plane
it's
was
a
like
drone.
down.
It's
That's
a
what the plane was
star.
like flying.
So it's a
Wow.
star.
My
It's
Nikon
moving.
1000 has zoomed into you, and it's all blurry because I'm fucking an idiot.
So basically, it's a star, but he's just like, to him, it's not a star, right?
Yeah, no, totally. It's
It's
something like that.
Polaris. It's always in the same fucking place,
Oh,
according to the naked
Yeah.
eye. That means a government
Yeah,
is watching
he's
him.
got some mental issues for sure.
Yeah.
Amanda,
Okay, let's-
space is fake. We know this.
Mm.
No. 0.1% of the planet have told us it's fake.
I think
Right?
I find
Yeah.
that hard to
Then where did the space penguins come from?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they
I'll
sure
say
as
Alpha.
heck
He's
didn't
putting
come
that.
from Earth.
Okay, so you all know about the Teletubbies, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, well,
Tinky
here,
Winky is a bit
Yep.
kinky.
Here is
Custard.
I'm more worried
Here
about
is the-
Iggle Piggle and what he turned into on
Well,
Spirit
hold on.
Science.
Oh my
Here is
God.
the origin. Here's the origin.
What?
Totally. But here's the origin stories of the Tubbies.
Yes.
This is the elder Tubbies, and this is the
Oh my
actual
God.
supposable medieval versions of
Medieval
them, and where
fan
yeah,
fiction
just
is all it
watch.
is. Okay.
Just watch.
Over the hills and far away.
Time for Teletubbies.
Oh my God.
Just wait.
Teletubbies was a kids'
It
TV
gets
series that
weird.
premiered on
One
cable
coming
in the
in there.
late 90s and 2000s about a group of multicolored creatures with televisions implanted in their stomachs. This show also featured a living vacuum by the name of Nunu and the disembodied head of a newborn baby, which takes the place of the sun. Hearing this summary, you may be wondering, what the actual fuck did I just say? But buckle up,
Exactly.
folks, because this version, the version you are all familiar with, this is the more normal version.
But here is the medieval
This
version.
is just like
of
game
where-
theory. The game theorist.
Shh,
Kind of
just
thing.
don't ruin it. God damn it,
I'm
Mama. No,
sorry.
No. But supposedly this is medieval lore that they made into Teletubbies. But let's watch.
Okay.
Let's
I wanna know
watch.
about
Let's
this
watch.
Introducing
Cyclops.
the Elder Tubbies. Created by
Why are we
one
just
Joe
waiting?
Robbins,
Just wait.
an eldritch, nightmarish distortion of these nostalgic creatures from childhood.
Oh, the
The
Eldritch.
Council
Oh
of
my
Elder
God.
Tubbies. The council
Yeah, the
gathers
council,
after a
yep.
long night.
The Elder
Only
Tubby.
one more viewer to collect before the break of
Yeah.
dawn. Elder Tubby Tinky Winky, the greeter. Elder Tubby Dipsy, the curious.
La
LWW
La
Lala,
Po.
the maternal.
La La
LWW Po, the
Po.
sovereign. Along the lines of Gorefield, another nightmarish distortion of a simple yet incredibly popular media franchise to an unknowable extent. This depiction reflects how truly otherworldly the concepts in the show actually are. It takes into account the questions the more seasoned viewer must have. What exactly are these creatures?
The
Isn't
more
it strange how
seasoned
happy the
viewer,
Teletubbies are
you
to have a
mean the
TV wired directly into
4-year-olds?
their gut? How do you think?
That's
Yeah,
right.
no.
You don't want to be
Pleasurable
asking a
television
2-year-old what they
meant to
think here. You need a
capture
seasoned
children
viewer.
and teach them.
And for those who don't know, the best and worst friend of the Teletubbies was the Reverend Jerry Falwell, who
Oh
promoted
yes,
Tinky Winky
that's
to
right.
fame in the 1990s.
Yes,
by
yes, I
saying-
remember now.
that.
I remember because
I
he's
love-
purple and had the carried the purse and had the
Triangle?
little triangle.
Yeah.
And I
totally.
remember looking at Jerry
Oh.
Falwell and saying, "You're fucking nuts."
Exactly.
Wasn't
So,
Falwell
anyways,
caught with his pants down around his ankles with a hooker?
yeah, something like
That
that.
was
And he
Jerry
cried.
Falwell Jr.
Okay, and he cried.
Okay,
I
all
remember
right.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
Because they had a Saturday Night Live did a church lady thing with the parody of it.
Yeah.
oh,
All right,
Dana
so here we
Kirby was the
blow.
church lady, right?
Don't quote me on this, but I believe the
Dana
person
Carvey
in
is.
the red Teletubby costume became a Power Ranger.
Oh my god!
I
don't
can
know about that.
neither
I
confirm
don't
nor
know.
deny, but it sounds.
Hey, Jinx, you.
Hey Jinx,
Hey,
look
but
who
anyways,
came up
since
to
we're
say
on-
hi.
you.
I've seen Jinzu for a long time. Hi. Hello.
Are we pronouncing
There
that right?
she is.
Oh, there's a kitty cat.
There she is.
There's a pretty pussy.
Oh,
Yes.
that's not,
okay,
you
so
gotta put that up
anyways.
on the big screen. I can't be like looking at.
Well,
the-
to be
okay,
fair,
okay,
Teletubbies was basically just a colourful show that just captured.
There we
kids.
go.
It was just,
He did
and
it
it was
again.
repetitive, and it was just repetitive, which is all
Yeah.
kids,
And-
yeah.
And that's why it's so fucking funny that there's
Mhm.
fucking lore to it now. So, anyways, let's keep blowing on with this because this is so much fun, and you don't even know how fucking weird it gets. Just
I
wait.
mean, I've seen
All
Iglo
right.
in the night garden, and I
I
know
liter-
about the
we literally have
porcupines.
to do. We literally have to do.
But wait! There's more! Hang on to your seat, baby! Cause this one's a screamer!
Exactly, Timley. So here we blow.
I think you would truly react if you saw a pack of humanoid creatures with screens bored into the bare flesh of their stomachs. With joy? Is it me? Or is Elder W. Lala kind of hot for some fucked up reason? Why does the sun have a face?
Oh my God.
And why is it the face of a baby? Rather than just suspending disbelief and accepting that's how the Teletubbies world is, or answering these questions, Elder Tubbies weaves a sense of unknowability into this world. Instead of just ignoring the strange aspects of the series and going on with a simple happy-go-lucky storyline, Elder Tubbies fixates on them and exaggerates them. Nunu is a perfect example of this. In the regular Teletubbies show, he cleans up after any messes in the Teletubbies world. And he's happy.
But what happens?
There is no
in
toilet
the
in
Elder-
Teletubby world. They do shit everywhere, them little bastards.
Yeah, exactly, Timley.
Happy. And that's it. Not so much the case in Elder Tubbies. Nunu's story goes a little something like,
Dude, all my Jeebas, just check out this fucking
Oh my
illustration,
God, look
and
at
then
that!
That's awesome.
Just wait until you hear what it is turned into.
it's Elder Nunu, the Vacant. They say the machine once lived coexistent with the Tubbies. However, as they grew older, larger, and wiser, the machine instead grew restless and jealous, for its stagnant shell had only served the same hollow purpose throughout the years. The machine left the group and wandered the forest in search of the vitality and life it so severely
wow.
craved. Over time, it amassed pounds upon pounds of flesh, and it indeed began to grow larger. Yet, it felt empty all the same. Perhaps one more body, one more limb, one more lung, one more heart. Maybe then.
No,
Nunu
totally.
would feel
We're all
alive.
confused.
Well, that was creepy as shit. Anyways, vacuums are often metaphors for empty spaces, or endless hunger. Nunu, being a living vacuum, was ripe for symbolism about consumption and filling a void. And now having an existence that doesn't provide satisfaction can lead one to a destructive cycle revolving around filling said emptiness. Couldn't be me.
So there's technically that, I guess, but
The
anyways.
fallacy of looking for the answer to a spiritual problem with material means. This metaphor is taken one step further, with Nunu's endless consumption swelling him into a mass of flesh. As he grew, he didn't get any more satiated. His larger body only requires more and more to sustain itself. Nunu's story proves that throwing more into the bottomless pit doesn't shrink the hunger, but instead grows the appetite. I wonder if that's a heavy-handed commentary on any systems in any societies, wink wink.
Okay, so now let's
the
go into
pioneer.
this.
I hear Nunu when I think of Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
okay,
one,
yeah.
that one night was like
alien.
New.
Because it didn't say
We're the
knee,
knights
it was
that
like,
say
knee.
We are the knights that used to say knee, but now we're the knights that boom, chicken, go wings. Woo!
Right,
Or
right.
whatever. Brainless,
there's a
look that-
lot of
look that-
commentary in the chat here. Bill Portley's got a comment here that may or may not be accurate.
May or may not be
this one?
accurate.
May
Mhm.
or may not be accurate. We, you know,
At 3:44, at 44 after.
yeah. It came.
Was it that one?
Well, I don't want to say.
There we
it
go.
came
That
as
one.
like-
That one.
That's what I
Yes.
thought, yeah.
I mean,
Well, you can say anything you want.
Came
Dude,
again.
we're already gonna get demonetized. I don't give a flying fuck.
It doesn't matter what
anyways,
we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's blow on with this.
Yeah, because we're naughty
How
boys.
dare
By
you,
mother
how
and girl
dare
across
you
sea
put
planets
wings on a
scattered across
seal?
space and time. The Elder Tubby subtly shifted its tunnel of antennae to amplify the faint, few signals which made it through the foreign planet's thick atmosphere. Meanwhile, alien tubby nymphs gathered patiently below as rainbow waveform hues buzzed from the Elder's glowing belly. Finally,
Exact
the static began to
similarity.
clear. The family tuned into scheduled programming as the misty morning was greeted by a familiar melody, the anthem of the universe. Time for Teletubbies. Elder
Wow.
Tubby Erd, the
Time for
stone sword
Teletubbies.
gatekeeper.
Time for
was lost to the
Teletubbies.
tarnished four as they navigated through a labyrinth maze of blades. It was a cemetery of
Oh,
weapons,
Jesus.
fallen warriors of the land, amassed by the gatekeeper of these parts. Despite
Yeah,
the high caliber of
exactly.
gear
That's
that
why I had to
adorned the
share
terrain,
this with
the four dared
y'all.
not touch and risk disrupting
This
the
isn't a
order.
conspiracy, Slim. This is a joke.
No,
This
it's
guy's
just a
purely
fucking
trolling.
Yeah, no, of course. It's just literally fucking stupid shit.
This
But,
is
like,
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. They put a
Do
lot
you
of
really,
time and effort
do you
into
really want to
researching
go over the stupid other crap that I have, or this fun? Anyways, okay.
If it's
okay.
him doing the Jetsons, yes, or
I mean, I
Flintstones.
think there's more than one crack in this pot. I'm pretty sure.
Right?
I don't like. They've put some effort into this thing here with the spider.
They did, didn't they?
Cyclops and
No, they
and I mean
wrote
this
things
thing
and all
here,
this
and they had
stuff,
that.
and-
They show that that group of telephone poles that haven't had the wires hung on them yet and everything. Like
Yeah,
Oreo
yeah,
cookie.
Yeah.
It's iconic.
I don't remember if she actually does this properly, so I don't
what?
think we're gonna do this.
there's
But let's go.
There's an Oreo conspiracy.
There's Masonic images inside the Oreo. But
Oh,
anyways, let's
no.
go over.
I mean, think about it. It's a brick, some mortar, and another brick. It was made by the Masons. Just, I don't see how everyone didn't see that.
So here we blow.
So let us behold the real smog of Huinai, a finding that we hope can inspire many to change their perception of reality, which oftentimes can be much stranger than fiction. So as we come to this secluded So area watch of the this. Chilean southern fjords, a massive creature quickly becomes visible at the center of the
doesn't.
screen,
I mean, I don't
with
see
its
it.
head facing the left.
Oh, the dragon.
We can also observe the dragon's neck forming the mountains just below the head, as well
Oh,
as the right
no,
wing
this
forming the
idiot.
landmass
Oh,
that
my
continues to the
God.
right,
Yeah,
also
this
forming the
idiot.
upper right island of Liancawe.
Is this
Yeah,
another
so
mud
moving closer
fossil,
towards the-
idiot?
Them Cowie, that's where the Teletubbies live.
Yeah, where
probably.
there's giant dragons that are the
However, you're
land.
able to discern its nostrils, the
that
left eye
that
socket,
that are
lateral
millions
beard-like
of miles
protrusions
long
on
and
its
shit
face,
like that, and
and the
yeah,
reptilian
no, he
texture
said
of
there's
the
a
skin,
this is a
most
dragon's
visible at the upper
skull.
part of the head.
I mean, I can see
The
it.
village of Hunai
I mean, what
can
I
be
see is
seen
like
just
a
left of the
bone
dragon's
mass
nose,
here.
a tract of land that belongs
Oh
to the
yeah,
San
no,
Ignacio del Huinay
it's a
Foundation.
picture taken. It's two pictures taken, so that's why it's different colors, dumbass.
Oh yeah, because like
Don't
one
pause it.
satellite pass got it at one group and the other, and they
Yeah.
stitched them together.
Different
Yeah.
time of year.
Because Google
Right.
Earth was made. Oh, now I see it. Oh no, it's a turd. It's a turd next to a triangle.
Look at him, just the pareidolia. Just oh my
Holy
God.
shit!
Oh wait a second. No, it's a frog. It's a
That looks
frog
like that
looking
guy
at
off
our-
off Toy,
Yes.
not Toy Story, Monsters Inc. The bad
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
The weird
so
grinning
anyways.
purple frog guy, or he's like a salamander, or just maybe it's
He's
just a mud
he's like a
puppy, but
chameleon.
He was a weirdo.
Yeah.
A mud puppy
And
would
then
actually
now-
fit it. The mud puppy, I think that might be the mascot at MFU.
Why?
But this guy's apparently a
hold on,
doctoral fellow.
Hold on. And so the reason why rivers and lakes appear is not because like they're in between fossils, you dumb fucking cunt. It's because that's how fucking like
water
is trying to
Water
get
travels.
to the fucking lowest point. Yeah, that's why these things are
Water
happening, not because
follows
of
the
fossil
paths of
around it.
least resistance.
Check out Jing.
All rivers flow to
Jing-
the sea.
Jing's you.
Yeah, they all
check
go to
out their
sea, man.
comment. I bet Glober Mama's gonna get that one too.
Which one was it?
The one about human resources.
Oh,
look at what he's
Jinzu's
look at what he's
comment.
trying to
Look
do.
at what they. Oh man.
Listen, okay, now listen to what he's gonna say. Hold on.
We can't believe any of
Jeebus,
this.
I didn't know I accidentally. But anyways, let's go to
This guy's
where
not
he
using
was-
a feather. We can't.
Very
None of
low.
this is legit.
Well, no, he goes off of fucking.
He's not using a
Mud Fossil
feather.
University.
He's not.
No,
That's
but
how
he
we know
is-
he's not
he is-
properly trained yet. He hasn't
Sure,
been
no,
granted
but he
the
is
magical
going off
feather.
of Mud Fossil University.
Let's look at the measurements.
Yeah,
of
I
the
think he
Huinai
watches
smog.
Roger from
The
other
quill of
places.
pareidolia.
He totally does.
Mhm.
I'm guessing this
wow.
guy was traumatized by the Teletubbies.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah,
this guy
totally.
isn't still the Teletubby guy, is it?
Measures close to
No.
I thought you moved on. Okay.
Yes, we have moved on.
It's not the same. Okay. One crazy theory per person.
Okay,
is
listen,
a
listen,
mud-
hold on, listen. Now he's saying that is. Hold on.
They're
Listen
clearly
to what he
mountain
says. Yeah, well, obvious. Yeah, no, duh. I mean, none of this is fucking real. This fucking plot is just so stupid. But listen to what he says
100 feet.
next.
We can approximate the full length of the body from the head to the tip of the tail to be in the 60,000 meter range, close to
60,000 meter range is what he's saying.
Oh my
is this
god.
Width of a motherfucking like okay. We don't need to go further into this because we already know the idiocracy of that, and we don't need to listen any motherfucking more. Let's go into the secret Vatican time machine that photographed Jesus. Let's just do that.
Claims that machines and devices transcend the visor,
Here we go.
purportedly allowing them to
Golly.
view specific
No, let's go to this part of it,
Constructing the
I
chronovisor.
believe.
Ernetti did not claim sole credit for the development of the chronovisor. He stated that Enrico Fermi and Werner von Braun had assisted him.
Sounds like
Fermi,
JM
a
Truth.
distinguished Italian-American
Yeah, so almost. So the chronovisor is the thing that looked into the future to witness Jeebus
Okay.
being a photographer. So
Wow.
let's go to
The
real-time
thing
viewing.
that, with the Vatican, because I've studied it a lot, being I was a Roman Catholic.
Okay. It's not going to show the right
the
thing.
Vatican is basically their vault is a den of iniquity. It's got all sorts of horrid facts in there. There's Nazi gold, stolen
Of course
Swiss
there is,
francs.
yeah.
There's all sorts.
Yeah.
And there's proof of their involvement in advising Hitler into how to. Well, they were anti-Semitic. The
Aaron.
Catholics, how to
Well, yeah.
do the
It was
Holocaust.
called It was
The
called
Bigelow
the
report.
Nazi Vatican
If anyone wants
Concord.
bothers reading it, just
Yeah.
Google it. Bigelow report. It'll tell you everything you need to know about how horrid the Catholic Church
Is
is.
it Bigelow? Was that Deuce Bigelow's report?
Like
Is there?
Juice Bigelow, yeah. Bigelow
Deuce
report.
Bigelow. The Deuce Bigelow.
Juice
report.
Bigelow
Yeah,
report.
yeah.
I
Look up the
remember
Deuce
when he
Bigelow
went to
report.
Europe. That was one of the finest moments in cinema.
The
cinematography.
Roman
Juice
Catholic
Bigelow,
Church,
John Paul II Gigolo.
Go
the
ahead,
Roman
Commander.
Catholic Church started collecting ancient Roman statues that would require us to warn neighborhoods about the people who carved them just about the time the fucking plague started. I'm just saying that they collect things that probably should have never been collected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so really quick, we're gonna
It's
go
a
over,
monstrous institution.
We're gonna go over Young Earth Creationist. He is a parrot for Kent Hovind. If
Is
you don't know
that
who this douche-
Aaron Raw on the right?
It does look like Aaron
Yes.
Raw.
It is
Yeah,
Aaron
it is
Raw.
Aaron Raw on the right, but
And
this
is this the guy?
hold on.
Is this? Oh my! I know we're
I
getting ahead of
streamed with
ourselves.
Aaron once, a couple of years
streamed?
ago.
You screamed at Aaron?
I streamed with him.
Streamed.
Oh, you
Anyways,
streamed with
anyways.
him.
I was
Okay.
streamed with him, yeah.
Anyways, the douche.
That's cool.
The douche nozzle on the left is a Kent Hovind parrot, and
Which
you're gonna
one?
hear him
Of
parrot.
course.
Which one of them?
The guy on the
men?
left.
When you
just-
say
just
parrot,
listen-
you mean he's going to say things like, "Oh, pancakes will give birth
But
to
is he-
chickens,
is he,
etc."
He's
Well-
no, he's Kent Hovind's his papa
is he-
creationist or whatever you
Puppet.
call
But
it.
is he?
Coffee
but
boy.
he's-
He's a puppet,
like
pretty
his
much.
papa, his
He will.
papa Yak is Hovind, but is this guy like from DAL, or is he like just a guy that really like drank the Kool-Aid?
I think he
just
drank the
wants-
Kool-Aid.
Okay.
He just wants to suck Kent's balls, and he wants to be in his inner circle, but he's not been let in yet.
There's not a zero amount of evidence that he's into that.
No, we don't have any proof that Kent Hovind likes male
No.
males sucking his balls or anything like that, and or that he may do the methamphetamine.
Kent's just a wackadoodle. I think he's just a
There's
wackadoodle.
there's
There's
I
evidence
think
of
it's
weird
quite
shit.
clever.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I think
There's
most of
proof
these
that-
religious Americans that run these cults are very clever. I know, like Ken Ham, he's Australian, and so
He is, yeah.
Ray Comfort, but they're incredibly rich. These guys,
Yeah,
because
Ray-
Yeah,
Ray-
and they live on their
they
own
pick on the
compounds,
gullible.
and the other thing is like they're paying off fucking police forces and a handful of other things, and there's things that are going on that we're not going to talk about right now because allegedly. But anyways,
There's-
let's listen to this.
There's
Let's
proof
listen to-
that I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, there's proof that Kent Hovind on his little art thingies, and then a handful of other things. There are predators that have been there, and there have been blah blah blah. Yeah, but that's not what we're doing right now. We're talking about this fucking
Yeah, okay.
bootlicker of Kent Hovind that is trying to pretend to debunk Aaron Raw, which we all know is fucking amazing.
Yes.
Disproving and or putting down people who are not representing the Bible properly. Anyways, let's listen to this douche nozzle.
Aaron Raw, YouTube's talking jackass.
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
That's projection.
Oh yeah.
Proof that there was Balaam's talking donkey, or could have been. We're gonna debunk some of more of your propaganda shit. Aaron Raw, you hate Christianity so much. You hate Jesus so much. You're willing to fudge the facts and tell little half truths to deconvert people from Christianity.
Projection?
Especially since Isaiah 14:21 says to kill the sons of sinners, to punish children for the sins of their fathers, even though Deuteronomy 24:16 says that children should not be put to death because of their fathers. Here it says that they must be.
No, you dumbass. I went and Googled that.
Oh,
you went
and Google that?
Wait, you didn't open up your Bible. You didn't open.
You didn't open up your Bible and read it in context?
Slim, you need to be taking shots of what he's drinking.
He's drinking.
So out of context is one of those things that really make people look stupid. Now, George W. Bush's favorite Bible verse was, "I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my destiny." And remember how he was
Right.
just surrounded by preachers, and none of them ever told him, well, that's what Uzziah said before he got leprosy and was made to live in a cave. That's
Yeah.
basically what context does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's blow on. And yes, I don't know what kind of condition this person lives in, if it is inebriation and or a handful of other things, but he does not
Yeah,
speak
yeah.
properly, and I don't know. We're not making fun of that. We're just making fun, and we're laughing at the way that he misunderstands what the things. And like he just said, I googled like what Bible you should have like 5 Bibles around the house in different versions. Like hopefully they're not all King James, but you should be able to like look in your own Bible. And why aren't you reading your own Bible if you're so pro the Bible? Because I
And
mean,
King
I read
James
it.
is the worst.
It is the worst because it's been manicured the most to fit
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
most
that's what I'm
modern
saying.
times.
King change.
King change.
King
Exactly.
There is a site out there that you can like put a verse in. It'll give you all the different versions and that exact verse in all the different versions. So you it's all in one spot, which is kind of nice to have.
King James also introduced the fire and brimstone torture.
Yeah.
That was
right.
based on Dante's ironic comedy.
Dante's Inferno, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Inferno, based on it, on the
Divine
9
Comedy?
levels of hell with the lake of fire. That was that was 300 years prior to
No,
the King.
the lease is
1611,
not
the King James Bible, and I think it was 1321 was when. Well, the whole series of the ironic comedy, including Inferno, was published.
No, I was referring to she was actually helping take care of.
Anyways, yes.
Or should I say the first King James Bible? It's been rewritten about 8 times since then. Last was 1994.
Well, and when they fucking translate into the English, that's another way that they could have manicured it. But anyways, let's keep going on because let's get through just 3 minutes of this, and then we'll go over something funny, and then maybe something else. We'll see how long it takes for us to get through this.
Let's do this. I went and Googled Isaiah, chapter 14.
You're on 19.
And you woefully took that verse of scripture out of context. You quote mined that scripture,
but you didn't.
You lying jackass.
Whether
Isaiah 14.
The Bible
on that day, the Lord gives you
hundreds of versions of the Bible, and they're all different. This is it with Christians. They all argue between themselves. It's quite sad, really.
Yeah.
But they're all a hate cult. It's all a hate cult. It's all about killing the whatever. And if anyone ever read the Bible and read it as the barbaric shambles it is, it's ridiculous how anyone can support it. Because God is a monster according to that book.
Yeah, and why would there be hundreds of versions of a certain thing, and then why would there be so many other religions if there was one and or whatever? And then why do we all speak different languages?
Because they're trying to make it more acceptable to people. They're trying to hide the atrocities in it. It's like you can't. A lot of them deny the Old Testament, but you can't because your whole moral code is based on these 10 commandments, which have only 3 of them compared to nowadays. The others are all about God, me. Very first commandment. When they say, there's only one God, well, no, even God himself in your first commandment suggests there's more gods because there shall be no other gods before me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting all religious now. Crack on with the conspiracies.
And then why do I want to not be for the god of music, right? So Satan is the literal god of music, technically. So why don't I'm a musician? Why would I not like
the blues music?
No, but also, who brings you the light?
Lucifer.
Lucifer.
He's the light bringer, right?
Yeah, Lucifer, the light bringer. Like he's literally.
It's just like my detachable penis. It brings the light to everybody. Anyways,
and there are people that believe that when Jesus was born, he fulfilled prophecy, so the Old Testament didn't matter anymore. Which is we know that's a bunch of bunk, because Jewish the Torah is the first 5 books of the Bible, correct?
Yeah, well, even
Commander, you can tell me
First 5
that.
books of the Old Testament, yes.
Yeah.
And even nowadays, people that are like, I'm Christian, I'm the new version of it, they still want to go back to the old times, into the old book.
Yes.
Which
Right.
again, you're like, no, but you're not supposed to believe in that. It's supposed to be
You're
turn thy
supposed to be.
cheek,
Yes.
hang out with the lepers, hang out with the prostitutes, blah blah blah, and they don't see that. But
hang
now
with the
because they
hookers.
think it's the end times, and they want to go with Revelations because that is more convenient for them, because they think this is the end time.
They pick and choose what part of the Bible they want to follow, basically. Yeah.
And they've been saying it's been end times for a gazillion and a half years, and we've not gone to that. Anyways, let's
Well,
get.
don't forget, Jesus himself was a fascist. He was an enemy of the state. He was an insurrectionist. He hid from the Romans in the desert.
Well,
somewhere.
and he did
he had a foot fetish.
He did go into the church though and flip over the betting
Oh,
table.
Jesus was a perv.
Well, when he was a kid, right? Didn't he do that when he was a kid or something?
He was 8. Yeah, no. Well,
I don't know.
And then there's like 12
years
years of his life that are not accounted for in the Bible.
Well, his whole childhood.
That's when he went around
was
washing
taken out
and
of the
rubbing
Bible.
oil into people's feet, men's feet, to be fair.
Yeah, well, the thing is his childhood and his teenage years was taken out of the Bible, and or it was in the Dead Sea Scrolls, but they didn't have them in the Bible because he actually said to kill a bunch of people because they didn't believe in him when he was a teenager or whatever, and blah blah blah. Anyways, let's blow on
He
to
told
this
his
funny
disciples
thing.
to buy swords.
I think the washing of the feet is.
Swords.
I think the washing of the feet is not a kinky thing. I think it's a symbolic thing.
No,
You
it's
wash your
totally-
feet before you
no,
go in
it's
people's houses.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a total
I don't
symbolic
think
thing,
so.
especially in those times. Although, I'd wash your feet. Anyways,
I love local dive bars
yeah,
because it's a place where people who wouldn't normally hang out become bar buddies, and then they say things to each other they shouldn't. I was in Austin talking to these two dudes, and we introduced ourselves properly. They told me what they do for a living. They're solar panel fixers. And then we kept drinking.
Okay.
And we got into conspiracy theories.
Yep.
Oh no.
And they told me they don't believe in the moon landing. Yeah. But then the guy leans into me and goes, if I'm being honest with you, I don't believe in the moon.
Wow.
I work for the sun.
yeah,
You work for the sun. Yes.
Yeah, you're a solar panelist. Like what,
Fixers.
bitch?
I was like, what do you think it is? He was like, a projection. I was like, there are cave drawings of the moon. A projection takes electricity. You work for electricity. It's just nice to know I'm not the dumbest person I've ever met.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's funny. Is those people that believe like the sun's a projection through the North Pole? It's like, do you know how much power that would take?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Flares of the Jerry Springer guest of humanity, I think.
Yeah.
They always make me feel better about myself.
Go ahead.
Yes, Commander.
To give you an idea of just the projectors in the movie theaters, those need to be, the old ones need to be water cooled, and if for any reason the cooler actually stopped working, instant fire.
Wow. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Let me look up
definitely,
the wattage.
The ones that I laugh at, the people that think the moon is a projection of the Earth. The Earth's land masses, but when you do the AE map up, you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near what you think it is.
Yeah. All right, folks. As soon as the commander looks that up, I think it's about time to get out of here. I have a couple more things, but I'll save them for the next time when we do this because they're just more insane. But they're gonna go a little bit longer than I want to.
IMAX projector.
I hurt my back yesterday lifting a bunch of equipment that we used to use for casting pewter. We got rid of a bunch of stuff out of our warehouse.
Why would you do that?
Well, because it was
15,000 watt lamp.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, and so that gets very hot.
And that's one projector.
On that
Yeah,
inverse
it's-
square law, right? So can you
Mhm.
imagine projecting the fucking moon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insanely stupid and doesn't make any sense. Hey Maya, and thank you for saying that. But we are gonna get out of here so I can start resting my back, and hopefully tomorrow the Pippa Marooney is gonna be
Hey, Maya.
doing a stream. If not, maybe we'll do one if she is not planning to. And then next week we've got a bunch of crazy stuffs and things planned for next week, just like we always do. Let's go around the table right quick. Is there anything you want to say before we leave Brainless?
Not really. Like, I hope to see as many of you people around when Pip is doing a stream tomorrow.
Yes. She hasn't probably posted that yet, right?
Nah.
I haven't seen one.
Nah.
Okay.
But it will be in the Decimal board and shit like.
Yeah.
Maya, go ahead and put
might-
the link to that stream in the side chat,
yeah,
please.
Nitty.
Are you blue, Maya? I'm sure you are, right?
She is.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
blue.
yeah.
Okay, totally post it. Go ahead, Commander.
I might be able to actually make that one if I get back from Springfield, Mass in time. Like I'm dispatching at 2 a.m. tonight, so I might.
Oh,
be back.
okay.
You're doing it
And
2 a.m.?
DSA 7 Eastern,
Okay.
US, Canada, and there's a few more people I want to invite into the server.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
I can't.
I'm going to try and make
Awesome.
Saturdays if I can. So we'll see how it goes.
Barons and Solve-Sits. Watch them cry with the DSA. That's the title.
Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Clover Mom is
Nice.
an expert in some of that, I believe.
I wouldn't say an expert, but I do know a lot.
You know a lot more about it than I do. I was watching. I was listening to a lot of the stream, like your premiere today. That lady was unhinged.
She was very much unhinged.
19th century maritime law applies to my fucking car.
Yeah, I don't even know if
Damn,
she
it's so
thought that one up
crazy.
at the one this afternoon, but
No, the one I had was she was just drunk, and my daddy owns this island.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, she was just drunk. And, what did I do?
Yeah.
How was I DUI?
drunken entitled. Yes.
Yeah, basically.
There should be a hat.
God, it was
Okay,
amazing.
so-
Be a hat.
so
that
anyways,
derailed the entire outro conversation. Sorry.
My favorite part,
So
though, and I
anyways.
laughed in the video, was when the female police officers like win stupid play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah,
that's
I heard
amazing.
that. That
That
was a good
is-
one.
Mama,
That
will
was
you-
amazing.
Mama, will you go ahead and post that in the side of my chat so everybody can go watch that just by
Yeah.
clicking on the link. Is there anything else
Oh.
anybody else wants to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Yes. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I've got
I'm trying to
something
make
to say.
people listen to my terrible music.
Okay, put it in the side of chats and then go ahead, dog.
Look after your back, Slim, please. I'm living
Yes,
proof
please.
of what happens when you don't look after your back, when you
Yeah,
ignore pain. Because I'm in a wheelchair now, as you know.
Yeah, no, I have horrible scoliosis, and so I'm not supposed to pick up more than 10 pounds. And yeah, anyways, yeah.
It's a wonder your tits haven't fell off.
I know.
I have degenerative discs in my back now, so I know back pain, how that can be. So
yeah,
Stenosis is the inevitable outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I feel like one of these days I will end up in a wheelchair anyways, but I will try my best to stay out of one. But anyways, let's all, we're
Right.
going to end it with this, and thank you all very much, and love you all. If you're
Love
watching
you
this in the
all.
future, subscribe, like,
Love
and
ya.
please share. And if you can comment or you would like to comment, that helps with the algorithms. To
yes, feed
have
the
this
beast.
pushed
Even
up
if you
on
put
the
just in
news
feeding the
feed.
algorithm, that'll help.
Exactly.
You know?
So here we go, and we're gonna get out of here with this, my new favorite, well, my old favorite, but newest thing that I've been showing you all song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Butt phone. Butt phone.
Yeah.
Talking on the butt phone.
Butt phone.
On the butt phone. Talking on the butt phone.
On the butt phone. Talking on the butt phone.